Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down here for the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got room at the 35. Oh, look out, there he goes. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Bucks! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch it. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. A first down for the offense. To the air. It's Milroe. Coming after him. Forced out of the pocket. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. It's caught.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Looking to throw for it. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And he breaks into the open. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Gets it out fast. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
But we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You can clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown time!
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, and they take an 8-7 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard.
Brings it down on the right side. Afterburner's coming. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, and their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny. You know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers, and then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
They're going to run it to the right. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Finds his man. It's Haynes. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Starts to scramble to the left. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive pickup. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw it again. Feeling some heat. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
Great job rallying the football by this defense. 3rd down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up 4th.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Trying to take it back. Inside the 40. He's at the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Colorado! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. On attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do now. Just
fires it into traffic and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bucs. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll leave it with him. Still running at the 40. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box.
Trying to get behind the defense. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Colorado 28, Alabama 8.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Takes the easy one to the back. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. From the gun. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Now really back in the game here. Leads down to 12 as they're about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Horn. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard.
First and 10.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. From the gun, the running back has it. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
He'll throw on third down. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. At the 40, there he goes. Off to the races to the right. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And this offense is another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Alabama, 16.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Time to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll pull it down. Still running at the 40. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Lowers those pads. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
This is exactly why nobody wants a Jesse Palmer anymore. You want quarterbacks that can do that. Look at him pick him up, put him down, just chewing up yards. It was supposed to be a pass, now turns it into a huge gain. Jesse Palmer never.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Back to throw. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for you.
Offense is coming back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
What a snag by the defense. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
Well,
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Offense getting set for first down. Looking for room. It's Haynes. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
One of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering you. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Horn. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
To throw, it's Sanders. They're trying to get to it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. He's right on target. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
On second down, just keeps firing. And his throw is incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And they got him for the sack.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot now, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised.
Snags it inside the 20. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. Snags it. And he won't be able to get it as the defense gets him down at the 1.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Touchdown tie! And how about this offensive show so far? He didn't see anyone open, said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside.
Pass on the way, it's kicked off! Crosses midfield. Past the 30, the 20. Ball's out.
Yeah, and that should have been a pick, but it really doesn't matter. The two-point play, man, you're trying to shove that thing in there. Even if it's a pick, it's okay, but you're trying to make a play to get those 2 points, and obviously he failed in that one, and it could have been an interception.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Horn. He's got great speed. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Colorado. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
And the returner will be brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Running toward the tape. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. These corners going to give them some space. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to get... Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
How about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. It's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
And right down the middle. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. The Buffaloes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays and really go for it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Shoots it to the left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Makes the grab. It's long. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Back to the air one more time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bucs! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
The give on the inside. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in your offense?
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Alabama pushing the tempo. To the air, it's Milroe. Pressure coming. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
He'll bring it out. It's Horn. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Handoff to the lone back. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I'll tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Hines is back in the middle, and the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
He wants to pass it on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
The give to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Dropping back, it's Sanders. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Wide out in motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes his connection. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
On the run, it's Haynes. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Runs through a tackle. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. What a catch and what a throw along the sideline. Just sings it in there. A little Barishnikov for the toe tap.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and second and 6. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Fights off a defender. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Scanning the field, it's Milrow. The throw. They're working that left side. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He wants to throw it again. Touchdown, Alabama! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 40, there he goes. There he goes down the right side. The tap. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man, and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. From the shotgun, the inside give. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. They're going to ride this running back. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Caught in the backfield. It's Bernard. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown tie. They move on top here in the fourth. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Curious call here as they line up for an onside kick with the lead in a one-possession game in the fourth. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Here comes that Alabama offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the ground.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Fires left, pulls it in. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Connection to the right. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football. And
he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your...
The fake, and he wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That keeps the score, Alabama.
Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He's going to pass. They're bringing heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And that pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Ballard. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. First down for this offense. Makes the quick grab. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Looking to buy time. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Offense set on 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A strike downfield. Can anyone catch him? Inside the 10. Touchdown, Bama! And once he got loose, it was all over. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 14-6. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, David. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace.
He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Makes the catch. It's Haynes. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's going to run it. At the 35, he's loose.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe coming after him. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistent...
Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And
got some room, headed to the goal line. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Ohio State. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be dragged down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Gets it out quickly. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Still on his feet at the 35. Hit the afterburners, kid. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. The back goes in motion. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He makes the connection. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously.
And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Looking for a productive play on first down. End off from the shotgun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break it.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's loose down the middle. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And these offenses get in a rhythm. They're hard to stop. Already up early. Got a short field. Take advantage of it, too. Get another touchdown. This offense is doing having a lot of success.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Number 38 set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Quick completion to the right. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Looking down the left side. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He's going to bring it out from deep. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's one-on-one, but not two-on-one. You got to see that.
He's loose. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking downfield, it's Milrow. He'll throw it. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Grabs it inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even...
Touchdown tie! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Looking for the 2-point try. They want to throw it. Feeling some heat. He makes it in for the deuce, and now it's a 14-point game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that...
Nothing but green ahead. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
He'll work his way down to the 28.
That's a great job getting the 1st down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field, and they've had so many guys go in the 1st round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Ohio State, 42. Alabama, 24.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Take over, 1st and 10.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And he goes down back at the 1-yard line. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback. And Chase Young's record, if you can go get that, you go get that big fella, that superstar, whoop, that would be a fun day.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's going to take off. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And I don't know how to explain that. Four count and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio!